process.
Okay.
So this is 60 Seconds to Success with Travel Boom. And this is where we have just 1 minute on the clock to share a tip or a trick that's going to make your hotel marketing much more effective. Now, we only have 1 minute, so we have to get a whole bunch of great information jammed in to just 60 seconds. Otherwise, the buzzer goes off and mass embarrassment ensues.
And by we, you mean you.
Me this time, yes. You're on deck for next week's 60 seconds, and I'll make fun of you instead. So, all right. So we're going to put 60 seconds on the clock and see where we go from here. If you want to read the 60 seconds and everything that we cover in the podcast, you can also check out travelboommarketing.com/podcast. And this is coming to you from episode 222. With that being said, we're going to put some time on the clock here and see if I can get through this all at once. All right. So for my 60 seconds to success for today, we're going to talk about hotel meta search. And I say this: evaluate your hotel's meta search exposure and plug the holes when you find them. And this is one of the big things that every hotelier should really be focusing on moving forward. This is going to change kind of everything that you do from a marketing perspective. In the latest travel leisure study, which we'll be talking about in a little bit, we saw that OTAs are declining in usage, and there's a major uptick in meta tools such as Google, Microsoft Kayak, and others. Moreover, we're seeing a ton of those third-tier booking engines competing for the rate on those platforms. So if you're not showing your rate on those platforms, someone else is showing a rate for you, and don't lose out on those bookings by not paying attention. So audit your meta search and fix anything that pops up that is not good.
You still have time.
What am I going to do?
I would add, audit your comp sets meta search also.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Look at it where everybody exists for sure. There's one thing that we did was we actually put this together pretty recently is we have a pretty cool meta audit form. So if you go to travelboom.com or travelboommarketing.com/meta, what you can do is actually request we evaluate your performance for you. And you don't have to do anything other than just review the data that we provide to you, free of charge, no strings attached. And it will really give you an idea of, are you showing on all the meta engines that you need to? Google, Microsoft, Kayak, whatever it might be. Do you have rate parity, or do you have the best available rate? Who else is on there competing for you? And are there some simple things you can do to have a better platform from a meta search perspective moving forward?
Pete, I just did one of those meta search evaluations today for a property in Austin, Texas, which I believe all data shows that they have some of the highest occupancy and rates compared to any other metro in America. And I found out right away that there's some serious competition between the properties there and the OTAs that are doing everything they can to bid on your search results.
So what was their score?
Since we're not saying who they were, I think their overall score was only 43%.
Ooh, 43.
I can imagine, though,
that's
it might
tricky.
be an expensive market to have to compete against the OTAs.
It could be. It could be for sure. But, when you're looking at, one, avoiding the OTA commissions, two, making sure that you have, complete control over your rate, you're driving those direct bookings, it's
still going to make you more money, right? Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, so there we go. That's the 60 seconds to success. Mind your P's and Q's when it comes to meta search because you need it for sure. If you want to keep listening, you can join us on travelboommarketing.com/podcast and listen to episode 222. And we're going to be talking about the leisure travel study that just got wrapped up. It's got some really crazy information that's going to help hoteliers. So if you're already listening to the podcast, just keep on listening. If you're joining us from LinkedIn, drop what you're doing, jump over and listen to us today.